Well, I've got to tell you. First of all, I'm so sorry that I did not start the show at its regularly scheduled time. I apologize to the network and all its partners and affiliates. I was having a magical life moment. I got to spin fire for my first time. And by spin fire, I mean I got to be at the end of a pier, surrounded by the moon, by some friends, and a giant ball of fire attached to a rope. And I got to spin it around, and I have no footage of this, but it happened. And it delayed my being, but I figured it was worth to delay the show just a smidge to have that moment. So I will definitely share that with you on season 2. That's right, exactly. This is the end of season 1. This is the episode 10. We're gonna go old school, like fucking like think Stranger Things, like think 10 episodes season metric. I know that's a lot. You guys are like, no, I 27. 13 random number. It's 10. It's metric episode 10. So every 10 episodes a new season. It might not correlate with Earth seasons. It might not be themed with seasonal attire. There might not be any season correlation. It's called a fucking season, and it's gonna be 10 episodes. What else is going on? Well, I guess we can start with news. The news. Sorry, I'm like still hyped. I mean, I was like spinning fire, and the shit was like. I was also naked because I was wearing polyester, so that's why I came home and decided to like go full on polyester with mirrored and fiberglass, which I guess wouldn't burn, but you know, I guess it kind of would burn. Which is shards of molten glass. And anyway, other news. There's a chat test. The chat. Thank you, Alexa. All right, Alexa's on the chat, and I really appreciate that. That's fantastic. So if you need to communicate with me, there's a slim chance you might be able to do that. We're gonna come back to the screen once in a while, and I'll let you know if I feel like talking about it. But more seriously, that's right, 52. If each day in this quarantine had been a week, we'd have gone through a whole year. That's the same abstract logic that, well, we'll get to that later. But yeah, 52, fucking 52 days. Corona memes. Alright, well this one is inspired by The Shining. Put together a little series here. You appreciate it. Having to work from home a few weeks, isolated with the family. Heck, what's the worst thing that could happen? Isolated for a few months? We should be fine. Open the hiking trails now. The longer this quarantine goes, the more I think Jack from The Shining actually held together quite well. That's a good one right there. A couple of weeks of isolation with the family, what could go wrong? When you realize the Momo is just Shelley Duvall, and oh my god. Well, yes, that's it.
Here at Barry Island Beach, and there's no sign to stop.
Oh. Oddly enough, I've been there.
Honestly, it was right over my head a second.
Fuck me backwards. Woohoo!
Fuck me backwards. Woohoo! Bommy68. Thank you. Back to you, Bob. Alright, now to sports. Yes, sports. Alright. Replay. And we're gonna freestyle it now. This next segment is kind of a tribute. And I clicked my mouse by accident. I was gonna lead this up, but there you go. Yeah, Florian Schneider from the German group Kraftwerk. Probably one of their most iconic songs. And in honor, I'm just gonna let it play. Just gonna go through this. You're gonna enjoy it. You've never heard this? Odd. If you have, I don't know. Grab your beverage, stare off into the corner of the room, go inward, get weird with it. I'm gonna stop talking now. I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but I mean, now that we all took a moment to absorb that sound that I'm sure everyone in the audience is familiar with, I mean, unless you were living in a bunker, and if you were, that's okay, but I would love to talk to you about a lot of stuff and have you on the show. But if you weren't living on the bunker, you are definitely familiar with the sounds of Kraftwerk and the works of Florian Schneider and even his iconic imagery. I took a younger picture just because I felt really nice. I encourage everyone just to kind of, we've lost a lot of musical icons the last couple years. We lost Bowie. Got Bowie back here as a DJ. And, it's always a huge loss for the creative community. This one's it's extra kind of painful because it really inspired, and it was a very different sound. This was a sound that my parents were just blown away by, They weren't nihilist German and minimalist future retroist. They weren't, but they loved this music. And I know that is a common thread amongst a lot of people through a huge span of age and stuff. They inspired just about everything that ever happened in the synth element in the 80s and beyond. So truly a sad loss. From the short details I have, it was short, it was brief, it was. But Florian Schneider, to your family, we send you all our best and thank you for all the music. And I think in that spirit, let's bring it to dance. Speaking of getting weird, alright, for those of you in the Philadelphia area, actually, yeah, that's right, we're not in person. I don't know why I, slipped there. For those of you with an internet connection, which is probably people watching this, tomorrow, we have, Friday, May 8th. Our Pex family is having their monthly in a virtual event, and if you look at the lineup, you got Justin Paul, David Ospina, Everyday, Big John, Aziz Vora. I mean, that is like a fucking killer lineup. If you are a fan of the deep house and house music in general, and you know what's up, you know that that's quite a favorable soundscape that is being sculpted. So I highly recommend, if you feel like getting into some funky beats, checking out that. Also, Bob, why did you put my mix as the soundscape for this Pex promo? That's awkward. They're gonna notice that. Then they'll be like, Gaetan, why did you put your DJ mix as a promo for our monthly? And I'll be like, Bob. Yeah, you don't understand. There's sensitive, there's like a delicate balance. You can't just promo and use your promo instead of their promo. It's like a health thing. Bob! Fucking Bob. Not in local news. No. God. Yeah. Cam Fuckit presents Stardust Prom Night. Prom Night. Cam Fuckit Prom Night Stardust. Alright, that's our dramatic intro for that. Alright, got a lot to cover here. And since I didn't print it out, I'm just kind of going to make it up as I go along. That's the wrong one. And I'm just looking at pages here. You know what? Fuck it. Who needs a script, right? So for those of you who don't know, it's a prom. Usually it's obviously a costume ball. People show up. There's 2 floors of music. We have an incredible lineup. There's just wonderful art installations. And it's like we live this ironic prom night in the vision of how the Fuckiteers would want it. And it's really fun. We can't do that this year. So, you know, we're going to do a virtual thing. But what is this virtual thing? Like, a lot of it's been just staring at a room full of people. A lot of it's been just listening to one DJ or having to leave one room to get. So we've been trying to like look at all these things and what could really unify us and kind of streamline, no pun intended, this whole concept. And what we've come up with is a really simple solution that involves 6 live streams. I know. You're like, what? 6 live streams? All right, this is how it goes. All right. Here are the important ones. There's one main stream. This stream is like a curated, like 3-hour it's a 3-hour party. Now we know. 3-hour party. It's a 3-hour extravaganza where some of our finest community members will kind of like host and introduce different talent things. The way we're going to do that is we're going to present the audio through 2 formats, which is Twitch 1, Twitch 2. 2 channels, 2 rooms. Twitch upstairs, Twitch downstairs. All right, so that's your audio, and that's your like curated stream of what the fuck is going on. But you're like, I want to be part of this curated stream. I want to get on this shit. I want to get on TV. Luckily, you can do that. So you can get to Zoom room number 1. Zoom room number 1 is going to be the door. Our good friend Darian, as if in IRL, is going to be checking you in, making sure you're safe, making sure you're welcome, and making sure you know all the things you need to know. Then at that point, you will be given another access to a lounge where you can just chill and talk and chit chat while you still can choose your 2 audio channels from whatever Twitch link and all these links will be constantly easily provided, so you're not gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Each one of these rooms will have a moderator that will like answer any questions. So if you got a question, just ask a question. Like we've actually thought this one out. Well, we usually do, but this one especially, a lot of stuff. And then the most exciting stream out of these 6 streams is the interactive stream, and that's like in other words, that's our 3rd Zoom room. And so if you want to get interactive, like you and your housemates or your quarantine crew have like a prom costume or a performance that you want to show, like stream live to the world, you can do that. You're going to coordinate with our team members, our Fuckiteers inside that room, and they will set you up, and then our producers will set you on the air, mix that in. As I guess you guys have been using Zoom, it's like all these little windows going all over the world while we're like figuring this out, grabbing these windows and trying to present them to you all in real space. So at the end of this 3-hour experience, even if you didn't participate, even if whatever, if you weren't able, you had to work, or there was like a pizza that had to be eaten in the other room, whatever happened, you can come back and see this fully like mini movie of our community losing their minds with beautiful music of your choosing. So yeah, so that is it. Wow, that was a lot. That was really a lot. All right, the clown crawl. That's right. We were revisiting for a 3rd episode. Why? Because look at these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. That's right. They got into the local newspaper, News Blot, the news organization. I'm not sure if it's still in paper. I hope it's in paper. Well, I guess it's better for trees. Anyway, here we go. Kudos. This is the 2nd time in under a week, I believe, that our community has got into a major news publication. Thank you. Fantastic. The Rumor Report. It's all through. It's all true. Don't leave me, Bob. Don't. Now to our overseas friends. Outside, in the air, lots of 6 foot.
got you dread like Bob, so rock steady. But no spaghetti with meat sauce, maybe salads with
Spaghetti.
one sauce. No bread of the sorrow, cause I pray to see tomorrow. It's religion, never suspicious, too delicious for the tongue. See the lungs breathe the natural high, just like the shirts are so lovely. So ask Marco Polo, and I never go solo because I roll with the crew that keep the funk flows that make you dance until the sisters take glance. I hope you find romance.
All right, well, everyone. Wow. That was a little jarring. Everyone, tune in this Friday on the network. We have Burner Feud. Don't mind the old graphics, the new graphics. We're very busy during this quarantine, as you can imagine. And so, yeah, whatever. But yeah, this Friday, there will be another Feud. Check in. There's links, all within the links of this link, and just get down to the links. Wow, that was smooth. Weird stuff. Like weird. The heart of a shrimp is located in its head. The fingerprints The fingerprints of a koala are so indistinguishable from humans that they have on occasion been confused at a crime scene. Guilty koala. Slugs have 4 noses. Elephants are the only animal that can't jump. I'm just gonna leave that one out. A rhinoceros horn is made of hair. It is possible to hypnotize a frog by placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach. Gonna leave that one alone. Nearly 3% of the ice in Antarctica glacier is penguin urine. 3%. That's a lot of pee. That's a lot of pee in Antarctica. 3%. Oh shit. Well, thank you. I see our chat is bumping with conspiracies of the metric systems and triangles. To a sponsor. Nope. Stop payment. We are still waiting payment. We cannot endorse until we have payment. Until then, we totally endorse. But we don't. You know. Alright, well, this has become a popular section. But people have been asking, like, well, what time is it in other parts of the world? And, TJ.
Thank you.
No. What time is it?
Jest obecnie między 3 a 4 rano. Dziękuję ci.
I'm sorry. DJ, could you turn that down? What time is it?
Jest obecnie między 3 a 4 rano. Dziękuję ci.
Well, thank you.
Dziękuję ci.
Oh, no, thank you. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, so sorry.
Dziękuję
Wrong
ci.
button. Listen, I'm so sorry.
Gaetan, dziękuję za pomoc podczas kryzysów COVID. Twoje niekończące się wysiłki pomogły naszej rodzinnej nocy spać. Z niecierpliwością czekamy na drugi sezon The Gaetan Show.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
The Gaetan Show.
I can't
The
say.
Gaetan Show. The
I can't
Gaetan
say I
Show.
was.
The Gaetan Show.
Okay,
I got money by the time. Just ain't nobody better.
so what's going
Heaven
on?
knows that I'm the one.
Finally, some grounding matter. Sasha and Remo. Or Remo and Sasha. And actually, since our last production meeting, the COVID on the mind thing is also out the window, and I forgot to update the graphic. So this is going to be more of a healthcare, health-minded kind of thing. And as we do a lot of silly things here on the show, and as we split around to the network, it'll always have this tongue-in-cheek element because our whole world is tongue-in-cheek, is it not? But we do take some of these, most of the, we take the items that matter, perceptually. Anyway, we're moving on. We are going to work onto a whole new segment that's going to be a little more serious, a little more fun. No, just a little more serious. It's going to be a lot less fun. Well, maybe it'll be both. I don't know, but there's gonna be a new segment, and there's gonna be other people involved. But it's gonna be great, so you don't have to listen to me all the time. You should be very excited. Shake up your routine. All right, we're gonna go through some little power words like shake up your routine. It's good to have a routine. So a lot of things that we do first when we get into these things is like build routines, like in the morning, do a little yoga, blah 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 blah. But after a while, like since we now live in this perpetual weird time flux where like Monday, Friday, Saturday, the 7 days, the whole thing, like it's kind of an abstract thing. Once in a while, like, be productive, but shake up your routine. That's a good thing. Okay. Go for a stroll. Unless you're in New York, where like that would be, surrounded by people. But otherwise, find a place where there's no people and go for a stroll. Create rituals and sacrifices. That one, it goes like, celebrate everything. Spend time in nature. Unless nature hates you and wants you to die. Like, so if you're highly allergic to nature, don't spend time in nature. And the rest of you definitely spend time in nature, just more than 10 feet apart. That's right, 10 feet. I jumped to 10 feet. Once you're in nature, you need an additional 4 feet. 6 feet to 4 feet. It's like a tax code. I don't know. This is just the copy I'm being given. Go with it. Breathe. Breathe deeply. The BKS Report, Byron Keaton Shelley. The literary review for ravaged readers like you. Alright. Let's see what our BKS reporter at large, Alexa LaFay, has for us this week.
Pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, rera 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 re. Pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, rera 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 re. Pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, rera 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 re.
2 birds. Ooh, very nice. Thank you. Stop, birds, stop. That's enough birds. Thank you. Pizza mozzarella, la 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 la, mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza.
今歌を思いついた。やばい、すごくいい。
Jane. We're gonna talk about that weird edit at the end there. Jane. Celebrate some things. Spend time in nature. I'm at large. Create habituals. Yeah. Alexa gets it. The Science Review. Science in the Sky. Alright. I had to edit this. I'm sorry, Sky. I'm sorry, David. I just. They presented me with content, and then additional content that would kind of juxtapose and balance that content. But the original content was just, you can't get above a llama going to the dentist.
Last week I went to the dentist to get my teeth
chains and checks, and now it's Nikki's turn. Me and my llama, going to the dentist today.
Me and my llama, going to the dentist today. Me and my llama, going to the dentist today. Me and my llama. You fucking love this world? I mean, fucking seriously. Someone seriously made a music video about taking a llama to their dentist like 30 fucking 40, 50 fucking years ago? Like, the weird is not something that we own. It's not our generation. It is in the genome of humanity. And gosh darn it, sometimes it's entertaining. Thank you so much, weird llama people. Alright. We're gonna like ramp this up. People of the world! People of the world! Bob, the cue, the fucking sound cue. It was. I was like, people of the world! It seemed like the beat was gonna drop. I mean, it was pretty obvious. I don't know if you're high on the ecstasy or whatever it is wrong. Like, Bob, like, I'd really appreciate to be part of this show, part of this unit. Yeah, news. Speaking of being part of the unit, I'm just gonna go right in. I know, I try to keep this fun, but there's some shit that was really just bugging me. Well, yeah, this science. And this whole, like, I get that we've been burned, in the past. History has burned humans many a times, but just knock it off. Stop posting crazy shit, people. Like, just stop it. Like, just wear a mask. Wear a fucking mask. Wear a mask. At the least, at the abso-fucking-loose. Just wear a fucking mask. Like, what a fucking pussy are you that you can't fucking, like, live and feel like qualified as a human independent existence because you're requested to wear, not requested, you're required to, like, you feel like this is enslavement? How privileged are you that you feel that you are being under some type of duress, some type of martial law, some type of enslavement, some type of control, because you are being requested to wear a mask so you can protect the elderly and everyone else in our community. No, fuck this and fuck you. And on that note, wear a fucking mask. Thank you for the turtles. That really helped a lot. Wear a fucking mask. Did I mention just wear a mask? It could be anything. You could wrap just a sleeve around your fucking head. Anything. It's the right thing to do. Be like That does not. I'm not trying to say bearded people don't need to wear masks. I mean, you should definitely wear masks.